My introduction to public service was in 2010 with the Emergence Community Arts Collective, ECAC. It was an affordable space for creatives, artists, educators, spiritual leaders, and activists to gather. As a budding events planner and cultural arts enthusiast, I had rented the space a few years prior for my birthday. Afterwards, I asked to join the newsletter to learn more about events at ECAC. One day, I responded to a call for volunteers and saved the date for the first annual In Her Honor. In Her Honor was a fundraiser and award ceremony honoring the community efforts of everyday women of Pleasant Plains and Parkview neighborhoods in Washington, D.C. I soon met Sylvia Robinson, the person I grew to admire. Sylvia was a computer scientist turned public servant. I helped to plan the inaugural In Her Honor. My treat was a photo op beside Eleanor Holmes Norton, D.C. delegate to the U.S. House of Representatives and speaker at our inaugural event. When I was not volunteering at ECAC, I worked at Department of State Exchange programs at Meridian International Center. Here you see Hillary Clinton and 20 women climate leaders who inspired me to become a global leader. So I left Meridian and started freelancing. I'm standing beside Gloria Rubin, who was Elizabeth Keckley in the movie Lincoln. Elizabeth Keckley was a founding member of ECAC. That's good. This time I changed the format and had Patricia Plummer, president of the YWCA, join Representative Norton in conversation. I added a painter and an ASL interpreter because there is a place for accessibility and art in local politics. This is a bird's eye view of the community growth and how I, in reflection, thought we were going to go. This slide captures from previous ceremonies and foundational members dating back to the 19th century. These women public leaders and educators, but it bothered me that I am not on this and I felt like I had a voice. So I decided to ask Sylvia to make this about men and also the youth and change the name from In Her Honor to In Honor Of to be more inclusive. I wanted the late U.S. Representative John Lewis to speak at the next ceremony, but he was a bit busy getting into good trouble. I am wearing the color purple today because it represents pride and royalty and wealth and creativity and ambition. This is the final In Her Honor Of, and we always use purple to decorate every ceremony. Later that year, to my surprise, I received an award for my dedication to communities that I actually didn't even live in. I knew finally I was on the right track. And then Sylvia lost her battle to cancer. I never thought that I would be in charge of planning her public vigil, but even in death, she brought communities together. I learned that leaving a legacy is a goal, but to lead is the objective. On my birthday, months after the vigil, I stood beside WAMU's Kojo Nambi to host a town hall in the wake of a recent school shooting. 2 years later, I enrolled into this MPA program at College of Charleston to make sense of all of my volunteering and professional work. Since I've been in Charleston, ECAC is only alive in my heart and those that served ECAC. I am saddened by this and know that if I had taken the MPA program before, I may could have helped save ECAC. It would still be around today. So after graduation, I plan to continue standing next to public leaders who I admire and will offer my timely, data-driven opinions. In many ways, my work is still continuing. I still have more work to do. If I'm ever going to lead and manage in the public interest, like Sylvia, I must continue. My wish is that I never tire. I want to be the person that someone else is eager to stand next to. My name is Latesha F. Smith, your public leader, and one day I'm hoping to stand next to you. Thank you.